What up, Super Fun Force? We're here today with some more Beyblade X. I went ahead and picked up BX-19, aka Rhino Horn. And here's the back of it. I picked this up on Amazon actually. They're having a good sale on a lot of them. This was like, I think, 13 bucks. I got my previous video, if you watched my Leon Claw, I got that I think for like 14 bucks. So again, great to see some other Japanese importers releasing this stuff here in America. So it is authentic. If you see it on Amazon, definitely suggest you get it while it's there. I think quantities are limited, and again, they're pretty cheap compared to other places. So yeah, we're gonna do a quick unboxing, and I'm gonna give you my review so far. So let's start off with the unboxing. When I mean quick, it's gonna be quick, guys. Booyah! All done. There you go. Now this is not. Here's a special caveat though. This is not the actual 360 ratchet that comes with it. I just swapped this in because I had the other 360, the other color variation on another combo. But as you can see here, it's just purple with a clear center. But same thing, 360. When I assemble it, you'll get to see it. But more importantly, you know, because that's nothing new, here is the blade, Rhino Horn. And the reason I picked this up was when I first saw it, I kind of knew that the shape would have some kind of striking power because it's very, you know, like bulgy with all these different areas of contact. And you can look on the side, it's also very thick. Now let's see how it weighs really quick. 32.6 grams, 32.59-ish. Yeah, this is quite heavy. This is on the good side, actually. I think most are around 31, right? 31, 32 grams. So this is almost tipping the scales at 33, but it's actually relatively like, it's small. It's small and compact. It's not as wide, I guess you could say, as other Beyblades. So it has a compact shape, and I'll tell you how I use it in just a second. Let's take a look at Spike. This is the new bit it came with. Spike is, you know, nothing too special or groundbreaking. It's just another version of a needle, you know, point tipped. We've seen this in many Beyblades before where they're trying to utilize this for stamina, you know, stays in the center. Just like the old Spike on Metal Fight, this supposedly has a low friction of gravity, so it can obviously spin more. But, you know, any of these needle type ones have the characteristic, which can be a flaw, of tilting over easily. So it's actually quite good they put it with this combo because since it's not as wide, it can keep a stronger center of gravity and stay upright with a better posture. If you go wider and you have like wider ratchets with more points, again, they gave it the smallest amount of ratchet points. They gave it 3, right? So you have the smallest ratchet points, you know, in a very, you know, not really non-thick layer. So it should have a good posture, right? If you start getting more ratchet points and wider bays, you know, blades, then it'll definitely tip over a lot easier, as I've already experimented with. But again, with these new metal blades, that can be a good thing in some situations. Okay, so I've seen basically online some videos, you know, American YouTubers, Japanese players and YouTubers. It seems like over here in the States, it's not really a well looked at, you know, popular combo. And people don't like the bit. I will say the bit has limited uses. But as I mentioned before, I've been experimenting with it, and I think with some other layers, I've been having some success with Night Lance. It's better than High Needle because High Needle definitely tips over Night Lance, but I like using it. I like using Spike. I do have my my only pure defense combo is with Night Lance and Spike because Night Lance is also similar to Rhino Horn. It's a little bit wider, but it also has just a really concentrated center of gravity, and it's still relatively, you know, less wide than the other ones. I would say that it's I don't know if I haven't exactly measured it, but I would almost say it's probably the second least wide after Rhino Horn, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I haven't, you know, don't hold me to that because I haven't actually measured it. I'm just kind of going by like my eye, and you know, this actually does work good with Spike. I've used a couple of other blades, like, you know, even you know, Skull Scythe, because Skull Scythe is pretty also, you know, defense oriented and stamina balance and not as wide, but you know, this one works really well. But yeah, and, you know, Skull Scythe is also okay. Now, the thing that is also interesting about this, to finish it off, this review, is Rhino Horn is not also perfectly even. As you can see, they gave it these 3 kind of like, they look like triple I don't know, triple Triforce. Yeah, they're like triple little Triforce engravings, if you can see. And that means that that side, presumably, is going to have more weight, right? Because these two go straight down the center, but this here on the left side kind of goes against, you know, this side here. I mean, again, there are three of the, like other Beyblades, there are three of these, you know, inner points here. But this one does counterbalance this, but it's between these two. So again, this side overall is just going to be heavier, you know, whichever side you orient it on, whatever. It's not necessarily the left or the right side, but just the side with this extra point in the middle. So keep that in mind, which I think is also why they gave it to 3, but it's hard to like get the 2 points of the ratchet on this side. If you could get the 2 points there, then it would have made it, I guess, perfectly even. But last thing I'll say on the performance, I guess people said it's pretty recoily and unpredictable. I'll say it's actually really good for attack and can be controlled with a proper combo. And again, launching to a certain degree, you know, Beyblade X is, you know, ultimately super random because of the, you know, the X dash, right? So you're gonna have to just build the combos that you like based on the, you know, the strategy, the design of it, and just have fun. You know, just launch it the best you can. Again, try to aim. It's not gonna make, you know, as much of a difference as Beyblade Burst, but aiming will still matter, of course. And also your power, right? So with that in mind, I've built this to be more of an attack balance type, similar to if you guys have watched my videos in Dynamite Battle, what I've done with like some of the Valkyries and stuff and similar energy layers, where I designed it to have a strong initial attack, but it still has a little bit higher than average stamina. So I don't use like the flats, for example. The flats are high attack, no stamina, but I'm using something more of like, you know, attack-ish with good balance so that it can somewhat have stamina. And I've been having great fun with it. I can definitely take on, you know, the Phoenix Wing top combos out there from Japan, and, you know, everyone's favorite super stamina combo, the Skull Skython Ball. This can definitely get its knockouts, extreme finishes, and even bursts. So don't overlook this little guy. He's, you know, small but tough, tiny but tough, which is funny because when you're thinking Rhino horn, not to say that the Beyblades have to be super thematic to their animal, but, you know, since I haven't had like a Rhino before in terms of Beyblade, I'm like, a Rhino should have one big spiky horn like you see there. So I feel like they should have had one big protrusion. It should almost have been like the new upcoming, you know, the Dren Buster or whatever, kind of like an Excalibur, having the one sword point, the horn point. And also it should be big and heavy, right? Rhinos weigh like tons, right? They're, you know, they can get ginormous, big and heavy, and then when they charge, man, they just like bam. So in any case, this does have the kind of like charging bam attack and definitely, you know, knock other bays out, you know, obviously recoil. But this one is a little bit, you know, a little bit of an underappreciated attack balance champion. So give it a try. Again, especially if you can get this thing for like 13 bucks or whatever, then it's definitely worth it for the layer. As far as the 380 ratchet, I do like this. I use it on like my Dran sword. Actually, no, this is 360. I actually use 380 on my Dran sword. But, you know, this is good for combos that want to stay low and you want to keep it kind of lightweight and that can balance the 3 points. Then this is a solid ratchet for sure. And then, like I said, Spike, so far, limited use, but you never know. Obviously, Beyblade X is still growing, so this might be good on like future blades. In the meantime, you know, you can use it on things like Night Lance, Skull Scythe, and if you want to build a combo that can be defensive with, again, a Beyblade that's not so thick, or excuse me, not so wide, then this will definitely shine. All right, there you guys go. That is Rhino Horn BX-19. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you gotten yours? What's your favorite combo with it? And don't forget, keep it face, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We're coming back at you. Peace.